Welcome to Hypocrisy Center. This is the center of comic book hypocrisy, aka Patters, Peter A. DeLuca. Welcome back to that 9 o'clock heat. Around this time, every single day, I like to drop my opinions. Now, it may not be every single day, but usually at night, it's opinion time, and we have one. It's The Dark Knight. If you haven't been able to tell from the video that's been playing the entire time I've been speaking to you, The Dark Knight is now on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The first ever comic book character to be on the Hollywood Hall of Fame. The fictional character that has made Hollywood billions and billions of dollars worldwide. The Dark Knight rakes in the cash. So what's my problem? This should be something we celebrate. Well, we got Jim Lee. We just did a Jim Lee video yesterday about how great Jim Lee is. But I said in that video, we're critical of Jimmy Lee. And why is that? He's getting the award. They're giving him the certificate. He's pulling up the unveiling. That little star cutout that they have, right? And yeah, and they pull it up and it's that brass star on that black marble tile. It's amazing looking. It's iconic. But what the hell's Jim Lee doing there? How come no one else is asking this question? We have descendants of Bill Finger, right? You guys remember? You peer pressured all of Hollywood, all of Warner Brothers, all of DC Comics to put Bill Finger in the credits with Bob Kane, even though there's no real evidence of such. It's just a feeling, but yeah, I'll let that pass. We got descendants of Bill Finger, Bob Kane. Two individuals critical to the creation of Batman. Some might say they created that guy. They're not there. No Frank Miller. And then once we hit Frank Miller, how about Klaus Janson? How about some of the other individuals? That Neil Adams, not there, but no descendants, right? We have to be honest about how we look at comic book legacy. We really do. To me, this is completely upside down, and it's a little bit of evil. Does it look like, to me, that Jim Lee's just stealing the Dark Knight credit? What has Jim Lee done? Jim Lee has even ushered someone like Scott Snyder, who turned the character into a joke. He's just a multiverse guy now. I get it, Court of Owls. You did Court of Owls. Everything else is highly questionable when it comes to Snyder. I'm sick of iterations. We know this. And I'm a little bit tired of the comic book world walking away from its roots. I don't agree with the Bill Finger decision, but we have Bill Finger descendants. We saw them in that documentary. Bob Kane has descendants. At least the two of them. How about the guys that did the animated series that really, truly elevated the character for an entire generation? I don't know. I linked to the main article in this video. Let me know what you think. Because this article lists the other individuals to receive the Hollywood star, because the certificate's handed off. We have none of the comic book talent that truly build up the character. We have Jim Lee in a position to wedge his version of the character down people's throats in licensing and lunch boxes and backpacks and all these other things. The idea that Frank Miller isn't there, it just spins my mind. Because when people go to adapt The Dark Knight, they go to Dark Knight Returns. They go to Frank Miller. It starts with Frank Miller. It really does. And I think creatively, any live action interpretation of The Dark Knight is only going to be chasing Frank Miller. That is truly impactful. By my logic, I would say Frank Miller is the one that created The Dark Knight, because his version is the one that we all want, the one that we crave, and the one that we're obsessed with. That's just my opinion, but cheers to all of you. Cheers to stealing credit.